What's up, everybody? Welcome back.
I just got a text from a friend saying the USA doc gave him chills. Fuck a PK Subban.
Hey, yo.
Fuck bull. Eat dirt.
All day bets.
Fuck with Trump.
Alex Jacobs, Manny, Ruffin. Team
with
USA
your boy.
goes down in dramatic fashion in overtime to none other than Connor McDavid. It just feels like it makes sense.
Wide open.
Great pass from Mitch Marner to end.
Was it though?
First of all,
Was it though?
I think it was.
Was
You
it?
had Matthews that chased on that.
Adam Fox chased too. That's your boy. He chased too.
First of all, Matthews was like sitting next to McDavid, and then I don't know why he chased after that puck, and then just leaves McDavid 15 feet from the net.
Leaving McDavid is crazy. Leaving McDavid might be worse than leaving. Nah, it's not worse than leaving Steph, but that's probably on par. I mean, 20 feet in front of the net, that's basically leaving Steph open for three, basically. Yeah, he's tripping, bro.
Four Nations did exactly what it was supposed to do. To some people like PK Subban, I don't believe, the comparisons of NBA All-Star to NHL All-Star, because this took basically the place of the NHL All-Star game. So there's comparisons to lack of effort and buying in. The fans knew what they were going to get. Well, it's different, though, because we're playing for your country instead of playing for an NBA All-Star game when these guys want to break. So I feel like I understand what he's saying. We are going to dissect that clip in a little bit. Big news, though. The New York Yankees, as I'm sporting their hat right now, they take away the facial hair policy.
Fire.
They have to be, it's got to be well-kept beards. So,
I seen a tweet from my boy Paul Tweets Too Much. He said they moved on from the 50s to the 90s. Shout out to the Yankees.
I got some texts today. One of the texts I got this morning was that old Yankees fans are going to forget about the World Series loss and be more pissed off about this than the World Series loss.
Okay.
First of all, I cannot picture Aaron Judge with facial hair, so hopefully he doesn't do that.
He might have some
it's gonna look weird. Like I saw Gleyber Torres is sporting his beard in Detroit.
Garrett can
he
grow
looks
his
good.
shit back out.
Yo, let's not forget
can
Garrett
grow-
Cole
he
with
has
the
some-
fucking beard in Houston.
He has some shit there. He can grow
Garrett
his
Cole
shit
with the
back out.
beard might be a
Yeah.
problem. He still was a problem. He still is a problem in pinstripes
Yeah.
with the shaved face. But when he had that beard in Houston, that was a absolute killer. He also was a Yankee killer.
Absolutely.
So that was
Absolutely. I used to win money on that. No cap.
I'm excited to see what these players end up looking like. You see in the off seasons, most of them grow it out. Like Luis Heel is one of those guys where he grows it out. Jason Dominguez is one of those guys. He grows it out. Gleyber Torres obviously was one of those guys. He's now growing it out in Detroit. So eager to see what these guys will put together. They made Devin Williams, the airbender, they made him shave. He said that he hadn't had a clean shaved face for like 6 years.
Now he's sick as fuck.
And now it's gone. So now he's going to just grow it back. Just keep it nice and tight. It's fine.
Yeah, facts. I got a question to ask you.
Yeah, what's this question?
By the way. Some realizations. You know what I'm saying? As I'm sitting here at the age of 25.
Okay.
You know,
Almost 26.
I tell people I'm 26 pretty much at this point. We enjoyed some beers last night. Not too many. I think it was about 6. Maybe could have been 7. But like, 21-year-old me, like I'm waking up the next morning. I'm not saying I'm like nothing happened. Like nothing. 6 beers? What? Nothing happened. I'm waking up next morning. Cool. Ready to go take on the day. Yo, I haven't drank in a couple months. Like I don't know what happened over the winter, but I literally was just chilling. I wasn't drinking much pie.
Except for the Super Bowl, you did go
Super Bowl, I
hard.
drank. And I felt it the next day after that too. But
No,
it was
NFC Championship, you went hard, I think I remember.
Yeah.
That was a hard
let me-
liquor you were
yeah,
doing
let me
that.
not- that did fuck me up too. So let me not, I'm capping. Now I'm capping. But I haven't been drinking as much as I usually do.
For sure.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll just say that. I haven't been drinking as much as I usually do. But like, yo, for some reason, those last couple times I'm waking up off of like
Foggy.
nothing too crazy too. Like it might have been like 5-6 shots of some brown liquor, a couple statesides, like some shit I'm just used to. It could have been last night 6-7 beers, some shit I'm waking up today. I'm like, I'm not hungover. I'm not even. It's not hard for me to get out of bed, but I'm just like, oh, is age catching up to it, nigga?
Yeah.
Like,
dude.
yo, I'm like, I feel a little foggy. I'm like, yo, I'm not, my stomach feels fine. I could get up, I can go to the gym if I want to. Everything's cool, but I'm like, yo, I feel a little foggy. Like I'm sitting in front of my computer and we go over the PK shit. So I'm trying to look at like games played and shit. And my eyes, like with the brightness of the computer, I'm like, no, it's getting me.
Dude, I'm telling you,
no.
we're gonna have to. We're really gonna. I know when we're gonna notice it is when we're doing these all day golf videos.
And we're the next
this
morning.
Summer, and we put the drinking videos into play. Like I just saw, like Bob Does Sports did another drinking challenge. It was like they each had to do 9 beers in 9 holes.
Oh my god!
If we did that, bro, like, I mean, they're relatively around the same age as us. I know Joey's a little older than us. FP's a little older than us, but like
it's not that I'm gonna be fucked up. It's just the fact that like, wow, I'm really feeling what I drank last night. Now.
Yeah,
like I'm not used to
they
this.
They say when your hangovers in your 30s are way different, and obviously, rightfully so.
Right.
But like, I'm just hoping that
Do
process.
any of you
slower.
internet like esoteric motherfuckers have anything we could do to combat? Like, wait, do we need to get back on the fucking elements? Was the elements to play?
Dude.
Yo, I had 9 fireball shots in 9 holes. Had some element. Woke up the next morning. I was cool.
That is crazy. I
was
forgot.
cool.
Yeah, shout out Element.
Shout out to Element. Shameless plug.
Yeah.
Yo, we might have to hit him up. I'm gonna hit. Oh yeah, we should hit him back up and like do the angle where like, yo, we do a lot of drinking golf videos. Like, we always pop them. Like, we could do a little. We might be able to work something out.
It could even be like they send us a bunch of free stuff and see what we can do with it.
Yeah.
And then we make some videos for it and be like, all right, so like you trying to write a little number down or something?
Yeah, we could incorporate some shit. But I was just woke up this morning. I'm like, yo, the fog is getting. And I'm still kind of like, I'm cool. But I can still feel that I drank last night. And I did not drink that much. That's the part that's like fucking with me.
Yeah.
If I was going crazy hard last night, and I'm like still like, oh, I could tell I drank last night. I'm like, all right, whatever. It's just the fact that like the amount I have to drink now, because I can still drink. I think I can drink more than, I don't need, I mean, 21 me was a demon, bro. But I literally think I can still drink that same amount. Like, I don't know, I'd be doing some wild shit.
We're almost 2 summers out from the 9 shots fireball video.
Really?
We didn't do it last year.
I could still do that very easily, I think. Not very easily, but same condition. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, bro. I think we're just getting older. You start feeling it a little more.
You start feeling it a lot more.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
But then you can talk about like the hair of the dog that they say.
What do you mean?
Like you just have like 2 beers the next day and it just kicks the hangover.
That is a fact. But then
you feel it again.
But then that goes into the next year. That's a sick cycle.
That is a sick cycle.
Fuck, man.
All right, so PK Subban, we're gonna break down this clip. He went mega viral on ESPN on his conversation on Get Up in the comparison to NBA players not buying in and the NHL players buying in to the Four Nations because they're playing for their country. Let's pull up this clip and let's dissect it from little by little here.
Hockey's a different sport from the NBA. You can't compare the cultures because of the way the game is played. You can step on an NBA floor and go through the emotions. You can't do that in hockey. You can't. Like, the culture of our sport, you have to play it with passion.
Oh, shout out to Mark Williams, who just got banged on by a 40-year-old. Just keep going.
You have to be willing to fight. You have to be willing to leave it on the ice. That's what fans are investing in. So for us, when we charge $1,500 for a ticket to come to Four, fans know what they're getting. Cale Makar, the best defenseman in the world, wasn't in the lineup for this game. This was the most viewed game that we've had in years.
I still don't understand what he was saying by that.
Because he was sick for the game on Saturday, the first game between Canada and U.S. So he's just trying to say, without the best defensive player in the NHL, still got this kind of viewership. I think that point is a little bit of a stretch just because it's Canada and U.S. People are going to watch this shit regardless.
And you see it. It's not just based on the skill and talent. It's based on the pride, honor, playing for the guy next to you. I got a question for the NBA players. What the hell are you playing for? What are you playing for? It's not about the money. You make all the money. What, you're injured? Well, there's a difference between being hurt and injured. Are you hurt or are you injured? There's a difference. In hockey, we play hurt. We play injured. That is the culture of the sport. It's always been that way. So you want to talk about the business, the CBA. Fans get all of that. But what do fans resonate with? They resonate with what's real. You got to fight sometimes for your country. You got to compete. You got to go out there and leave it on the ice because those people are paying the price of admission.
Yo, he just sound like he running a political campaign. Like, yo, where are the facts? I need names. Who are you talking about?
Can you get the Embiid? Can you bring up the Embiid Mitch Marner point about the money?
Oh, I'm just because here's the thing. Funny thing, I'll get into that. But like, yo, right? So Embiid, Mitch Marner, right? So Mitch Marner makes what, $10 million a year? I don't know how much Embiid makes, but I'm just gonna say he makes $150, $200 million, like not a year, but $200 million contract, $150 million contract, right? So if you were an owner and Mitch Marner wants to play through a fucked up knee, maybe he has a knee sprain, hairline fracture, some light shit, high ankle sprain, he wants to play through that, right? Actually, $10 million investment. And I'm asking the question for hockey fans. I thought about this a little deeper and kind of thought about some things. Then you have Embiid, right? Embiid wants to play through his fucked up MCL, sprained MCL, torn MCL, whatever the fuck it is. Who would you rather have playing through a sprained MCL or a fucked up bum knee? $150 million, $200 million man or a $10 million man? But to that point that I had, because I feel like feel like I'm tooting my own horn, but I feel like I'm one of the only few people in like having like debates about certain things that will actually go and play devil's advocate to their own point. Because so if Mitch Marner plays on a bum knee in February, right, and he gets hurt and can't play in the playoffs, and he's a $10 million cap hit to the NHL team, would you say that is on par with the impact? Maybe Mitch Marner's not the best example because he's not on like Joel Embiid's caliber of like player, like best in the league. Let's say like I'll use maybe like Austin Matthews or Connor McDavid or Draisaitl. Like the hit to that team and the cap and the money, if Draisaitl tries to play through a fucked up knee and ends up missing the playoffs, right? Would you put that on par or less than or more than if Embiid last year trying to play through his bum knee, getting hurt and fucking up his playoff run? In terms of like the investment from the front office, how they look at it. Like I just lost $150 million or I lost $10 million. But is it the same weight? Because Draisaitl is still one of the like highest paid or second highest paid player on that team. Is it the same weight or no? Because that's kind of the argument that I had, where it was like, I can understand NBA owners trying to protect a $200 million guy, $180 million guy, right? And in the NHL, I could see like this guy's worth $8, $9 million on the higher end. Like the regular role players, $5 million, $4 million. So like, are you gonna let, you know what I mean? I can't even really think about any like role players on top of my head, but like, are you gonna let Owen Tippett play? If he's fucked up because he worth $4 or $5 million, like, yeah, I mean, that's the only thing I have like confusion about, because I will give the NHL guys a lot of credit that they all play 82 games. Like they play 82 games, they play 75 games, right? But when Subban got into his point when he's talking about like later in the clip, and it might have been the get up clip, I forget exactly what clip it was. I'm waiting for him to say it when he was talking about guys not playing.
Whether our stars are on the ice.
He's saying it right here? Okay.
They're getting their money's worth. The NBA has that issue that they got to work on. You got to create a better culture for your players. It starts with the leaders. This issue, there was no issue when Jordan was around. There was no issue when Kobe.
So let me pause. So pause right. What? So like, this is the thing with PK that's confusing. And anyone having this NHL argument, what is he talking? Is he talking about NBA regular season? Is he talking about NBA playoffs? Is he talking about All-Star? Is he talking about Olympics? Because if he wants to compare, we want to actually compare what he's talking about. Because he's saying Cale Makar didn't play, and fans still knew what they're going to get. Correct? Okay. So I'll use Jason Tatum as a hypothetical answer, right? Because he wasn't hurt, but he didn't get minutes. So let's say in the Olympics, right, you try and buy tickets, you looking up, oh, USA Canada playing this. All right, and let's say that like the Olympics didn't start, so you don't know that Jason Tatum's getting sat and not getting minutes. You're like, oh, I'm a Celtics fan from out here. Let me go watch. Let me go see Tatum in the Olympics. Get the ticket, whatever expensive ass ticket, USA Canada. You hype. You're like, oh shit, Tatum might get no minutes. But Bron, Book, Shea, RJ, Embiid, Bam, they all still out there, and them games are still fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, what do you mean we don't know? Like, any star could have sat on the U.S. Olympic team, and any of those games that were great would have still been great. So I don't know what I'm just want to know what he's comparing this to. Because if you want to compare an NHL international replacement to the NHL All-Star game to the NBA regular season, what the fuck are we doing? Because if I want to do that, bro, let's compare the Olympics. Because I had a lot of people say, plenty of you motherfuckers on TikTok who even probably had the same opinion. The USA-Serbia game was the best basketball game a lot of motherfuckers watched in years. I don't agree, but I can see where you're coming from. It was up there for me. Great basketball game, right? So what if we try to compare that to the NHL regular season? Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Excitement, the crowd draw, had all France out. Like, what are we talking? Like, I'm trying to figure out what we're comparing here. And then with the players, because he's talking about people that don't play. So this is what I had to look into things, right? Because I'm like, yeah, people don't play. but there is low management in the NBA. It is a little bit of a culture, right? But we're about 55 teams in this NBA season right now are between 54 and 56 games played, right? So I'm just going to go down the list of players. Actually, before I do that, what do you think? We're 55 games in this NBA season. What's like a solid mark of NBA player? How many games played at this point would you say?
48.
Okay. So Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 53. Giannis, 42. Jokic, 50. Ant, 54. Reese, 47. KD, 42. Tatum, 53. Brunson, 54. Booker, 49. AD, 43. And that's recently because of abdominal strain. Dame, 45. Cade, 50. Cat, 50. De'Aaron Fox, 51. LeBron James, who he kept trying to talk about and not say his name, but he was insinuating he's talking about LeBron James, has played 50 games this season. And in the month of February, he's averaging a 30 ball. I just want to know. I'm going to keep going on the list, though. Fuck it. Donovan Mitchell, 52. Wemby, 46. Recent injury. Trae Young, 52. Tyler Hero, 51. Steph Curry, 46. Recent injuries, though. He's been trying to get sat down. Jaren Jackson, 53. Jaylen Brown, 47. DeMar DeRozan, 50. Darius Garland, 53. James Harden, 52. Jamal Murray, 49. Jalen Green, 55. Who's not playing? Are you talking about one person? Are you talking about Joel Embiid? Because you can't, at this point, because I remember last night I was like, he's talking about 3 people. He's talking about Joel Embiid, he's talking about Kawhi, he's talking about LeBron. And then I got to the crib, I'm like, oh, he's probably talking about Zion too. And I thought about Zion. Zion played 70 games last year. So I was like, oh, let me test my theory and go year by year. Because, okay, guys aren't playing. So maybe this is just a this year thing. Let me go back to last year because I don't really remember last year. So what happened last year? 82 game season. What's the appropriate amount of games you would say for an NBA star in an 82 game season?
75.
Okay. So, Luka Doncic. I just broke the fucking mic. It's cool. Luka Doncic, 70 games. Giannis, 73. Shai, 75. Jalen Brunson, 77. KD, 75. Book, 68. Tatum, 74. De'Aaron Fox, 74. Steph Curry, 74. Jokic, 79. Reese, 70. Ant, 79. LeBron James, who you keep trying to bring up without saying it, played 71 games last year. AD, 76. Dame, 73. DeMar DeRozan, 79. Kawhi Leonard, who people love talking about with his injury problems, still found a way to play 68 games last year. Jaylen Brown, 70. Zion, 70. Paul George, 74. Paolo, 80. DeJounte Murray, 78. Kyle Kuzma, 70. Pascal Siakam, 80. Who's not playing? I need names. Because if you want to talk about Joel Embiid or you want to talk about Kawhi not playing games, which these guys are already brought up on the list, who are we talking about? So you're saying 2, 3 players, 4 players maximum is what's drawing the league down? Or do you just not fuck with the league like that? Like I need people just to say what is really on their mind and that they don't really fuck with hoop like that, which is cool, bro. Or you trying to get into it or you can't really figure it out. You can't know what's going on. That's cool. I don't understand what the problem with people being truthful is, right? Because the other thing I have a problem with PK is like, we don't like, bro, I understand y'all trying to bring light to NHL, bro. Like me too. And I'm trying to bring light to it as a person that's just interested in hockey because the last couple years I've been watching it. I think it's actually fucking sick. Like even with, if we try to compare, like, bro, NHL regular season ain't getting nobody out they chairs, bro. Like, let's keep it a buck. The same way y'all try to say NBA regular season boring. What's so riveting about NHL regular season? Both sports, basketball and hockey. You talk to anybody who's a real sicko about those sports, they'll tell you, yeah, regular season this, but pay attention to playoff hockey. Yeah, regular season this, but pay attention to playoff basketball. We all say the same shit. So I'm sitting here thinking like, why are we trying to pin these sports against each other, PK? Because now I'm seeing online from like people who just fuck with NBA, like, man, fuck PK Subban. We not watching this shit anyway. NHL ass, I don't got no interest. It's like, bro, this wasn't the way you had to go about it if you was trying to get people interested in your game. And then you not coming with no facts. Like, you talking about this didn't happen when Kobe was in charge. Motherfucker, what are you it's so funny because I went and looked at fucking All-Star Game highlights before the show. I looked at 05, 04, I looked at 06 and 07. I'm just watching the highlights. And I'm looking at the games and I'm like, this ain't much different. And if I want to call a spade, the 2018 All-Star Game and the 2020 All-Star Game was better than any of the motherfucking highlights that I watched from early 2000s. I'm just keeping it because they was target score, close games. They had like the charity at the end of the every quarter score and those games were close. They took out the target score because if the game's not close, then the target score doesn't really matter. But I'm like, what is all this nostalgia that we are in love with? Like, it just blows my mind. And I think that the playing the games thing with people like with like the low management and stars not playing, like I think you guys have to really look into that narrative because I really think it's a narrative that's based around 4 players that really isn't as true as we think it is. Like, okay, is it annoying when LeBron does the week off and goes to the crib? Like, yeah, it's pretty annoying. Like, I wouldn't want to see LeBron play. Like, yeah, is it annoying dealing with the Joel Embiid shit the past couple years? Yeah, it's pretty annoying as a Sixers fan. Even as a Joel Embiid fan, it's pretty fucking annoying. But on Joel Embiid, which is perfect because this is like the worst example because like no one likes Joel Embiid, so this is perfect. We play hurt or we play injured. What are we playing for, right? He's talking about you play for the team, your brothers, and the fans, right? Okay. Says he doesn't care about how much money you're getting paid. He wants to talk about pride, right? Okay. So Joel Embiid last year fucked up MCL. Shaq, Chuck, Kenny, all of them inside the NBA talking about him. Pointless game around the Super Bowl last year in February versus Golden State Warriors. He goes out and plays. Goes for a loose ball. Kuminga lands on his knee. Fucks his knee up. He's out for the rest of the season to the playoffs. Okay. So you would think if this guy doesn't give a fuck, you know what I'm saying? No pride. Doesn't care about the teammates. Doesn't care about his brothers. Doesn't care about the fans. Would he come back in the playoffs and then re-aggravate that knee? And then still have the only 50-point game in the NBA playoffs that year as the most injured player in the NBA? If he didn't have pride, if it was all about the money, if he didn't care about his brothers, if he didn't care about the fans who literally in this city, majority of fans hate Embiid. So what? That's probably the best example of a person that PK Subban's talking about because I'm even looking into the shit he's saying about LeBron and he's just legit incorrect. Like I think people just don't like LeBron. Because I've been seeing it under like the tweets where it's like, yeah, Bron ruined the league. How did LeBron ruin the league? Like, what are we talking? Are we talking about super teams? Because if I look at those Celtics teams that were winning 8 fucking championships in a row, if I look at the Lakers-Celtics rivalry that everyone covets, was that not 2 super teams? Am I fried? Like, I literally am sitting here like, wait a second, bro. Because, like, what did niggas ruin? Like, I'm just so I just want, I don't know. I'm just playing, I feel like I'm playing hard devil's advocate, but I really believe this because, I don't know. I'm an NBA sicko, and I just hear some of the things that people say, like, it just doesn't, to me, it doesn't add up. And we already did it before with the 3-point shit. It just doesn't add up, bro. Those 2006 NBA All-Star games were the same cherry pick, leak out, off the back for alley-oop. The only thing those games didn't have that the modern games have was the 3-point shot. So I'm starting to think, like, do people have, like, some type of bias? Because people our age came up playing in early 2000s, like Pee Wee ball. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, every 3-point shot when you're coming up back then, your coach will tell you that's not a great shot. Like, that's not the shot we want, whatever. So, like, if you go on through life and you don't progress through basketball, you don't play basketball in college, you don't play pro like some of these guys, and you don't know how the game's meta has progressed to, like, no. The teams that are winning are taking threes. Like, a lot of people, like, this is a sidetrack, but a lot of people think that Florida can win the national championship this year as, like, a semi-dark horse because they hit 10 threes a game. Like, it's just it's a meta of basketball right now. So if you're looking at the game through your old lens, criticizing it, I don't think that's the correct way to do things. Like, I don't know. Like, when I play basketball, it was like this. Motherfucker, it's 15 years later. You ain't play basketball since you was in 6th grade. Like, what you comparing it to that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so different now, bro. Like, even me, bro. I stopped playing at the end of high school, bro. I'd be having to be like, oh, yeah, it's like, based on how the balance plays have changed. Different secondary breaks have changed. It's a pick and roll game now. Like, things have changed. You have to accept it for what it was. I think people have a problem with that. Number one, like, just accepting that things have changed. Like, that's just a human problem itself. And then number two, I don't think people watch the NBA like they do this shit, have these opinions like this. Like, I just went down the list of players who've played games. Who's not playing? Like, I need names. You can't give me no names of people who aren't playing. You can't give me no names of people who don't have pride. And the people that you're thinking about that you're saying that don't have pride, I can literally give you examples. Clear-cut examples of people that have monstrous pride, literally put themselves in danger. Let's talk about the 2018 fucking Warriors. What? KD put his career in danger to play for a super team. He didn't have to play. They could have still won. Put his career in danger. Klay Thompson tore his ACL, tore his damn near whole knee up. Walked to the locker room. They told him, if you walk to the locker room right now, you cannot play the rest of the game. Walked back out of the locker room, shot the free throws, then went back and played defense on the 20 ACL. I can show you the clip right now. Klay Thompson. So who's not playing hurt? Like, I'm so confused because we're not playing in a regular season game hurt. What? What is that? What kind of logic is that? Half the reason why Joel Embiid can't even play in the regular season right now is because he played the Olympics. Hurt. Who's not playing hurt? Like, I need names. I need names and facts. What? I think he's waffling, bro. I'm trying so hard. And I think you have you fuck with NHL, so I'm trying to see, like, I'm trying to bridge the gap, but like, where, like, what is he saying that, like, people are saying, like, that's right? Like, because some people were, like, in the comments, like, he's spitting. That's right. Where I'm like, what is he right about? I think he's spot on about the NHL. I think he's spot the fuck on about the NHL. But when it comes to NFL, what is he right about? The All-Star not being competitive? Motherfucker, what's so competitive about the NHL All-Star Game besides the Four Nations? When the fuck has the NHL All-Star Game been such a big draw? Guys going balls to the wall. I haven't seen it. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. When has the fucking MLB All-Star Game ever been like a huge effort draw? It's probably the best one we have left, but when has it been a huge effort draw? When has the Pro Bowl ever been a huge effort draw ever since like 2003? Like, what are we talking? We talking about All-Star games? Guys are giving effort in All-Star games. Or what are we talking? I just want to know what we're talking about. So maybe as an NHL, I'm gonna say NHL guy, but as a more NHL guy than I am, what the fuck is he talking about?
I think this was just a spot for him to utilize the downplay from effort in the NBA All-Star game and the uplifting buy-in to the Four Nations to uplift the NHL and downplay the NBA to get more viewers to the NHL. The problem with it, though, is anybody who's diehard NBA fans can simply just play the viewership card and the ratings card.
Yeah, you can.
And
I didn't even go there, but you can easily do that.
And on top of that, you're then creating a narrative of NHL versus NBA.
Yes.
And then you're splitting them.
Yes.
And then diehard NBA fans would then come back and say, well, then fuck the NHL. I won't watch the NHL. And then the NHL fans will do the same thing. And then it's a clash.
Someone tell me what's going to be I don't know what the exact date is. I think they have a couple of days off. I think the NHL slate, it resumes tomorrow. Someone inform me what's so riveting about the NHL slate tomorrow, regular season. Like, I literally, Flyers play Edmonton at 1 o'clock. We're probably going to get fucking steamrolled. What is so, I think y'all play Columbus or something like that.
In Buffalo.
What is so riveting about what am I missing? I promise y'all, I've literally tried to tap in. If you watch this show, you've heard me over the last couple months bring up hockey, like, damn near every show. I'm trying to tap in, bro. I fuck with it. But I'm be honest, when I watch regular season hockey, if the game's not the games be close. So I don't even know if I can say it. I'm not really feeling the same energy as I feel in the playoffs, and I don't want to because I fundamentally know there's a difference. But I just think sometimes when people do this NHL versus NBA stuff, we play hurt, we do this, we fight, we can't go through the motions. Who your favorite team, PK? Because I got to watch the Flyers the last 3 years. I've seen a lot of motherfuckers go through the motions.
He did play for Montreal,
you know
so I guess that's it.
Were they tough when he was there? But was he like
some playoffs?
Was he like an energy guy though? He was like a Draymond, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he played defense.
Yeah, so I could Draymond come on. All right, so he got great. He energy guy. But I'm just like, what is so? When we try to pit these two against each other, I'm like, is that the fight that you want to have? Like, are you sure? Like,
but at this point, being on that platform to talk about, like, if he wouldn't be there if the Four Nations wasn't as riveting as it was. Absolutely. If it was a regular NHL All-Star game, he wouldn't be in this position. So this was almost like the selling point for him to be like, I have the platform right now to basically sell why more people should be watching the NHL, which he did do. Because if you look at the comments on the ESPN TikTok,
bro, people were eating it up.
Goated answer, NBA's hella soft. Not a hockey guy, couldn't agree more. Hockey's so lit. NHL is honestly more exciting to watch than the NBA. Did I just agree with people? Subban?
I need to know how. Like, I would watch. I think it was a first round matchup because that's why I know niggas don't watch basketball. I ain't hear no one talk about that Mavs OKC series last year. Or not last year, this year, like going to, bro, I would watch that Mavs OKC series again, right the fuck now. I swear I'd watch the Sixers Knicks series again, right the fuck now. Like, I'm trying to think of hockey series last year, the playoffs, that there were plenty. There were plenty. Like, the Stanley Cup Finals was insane, bro. There's plenty of series, Eastern Conference Finals, Western Conference, insane. I'm just saying. When we talk about NHL being way more electric or entertaining, I'm like, where? I don't know. Maybe because I'm an NBA, I just have NBA bias, but I'm like, look at the playoff series last year. I'm like, okay, like Timberwolves versus fucking Mavs, the Luka step back. Like, are you sure? Okay, like if y'all want to do that, the finals, y'all got it. Y'all finals was way better than NBA finals, way better. Y'all got it, bro. Celtics were just head and shoulders the best team in the league last year. But I just don't get it, bro. I'm not understanding the shots of the NBA. I feel like it's all feelings. I don't think there's a lot of fact to it, bro. I'm not seeing any facts. Like, NBA's hella soft. Please, I need names, bro. Like, I need names. Like, guys are coming back off torn MCLs and playing, throwing self-oops and dropping 50. Who's soft? But didn't Brunson fuck his hand up last year? in the playoffs and was still dropping 40 and 10 religiously. Like, who's soft? Like, who are we talking about? Like, I don't know.
LeBron was just the first 40-year-old to have multiple 40-point games.
He's talking about, I don't care about your longevity. Motherfucker, it's not like he's out here dropping 15. He's dropping 40. He's the best player on the court at 40. What are you talking about? Like, what? You don't want to see. So, okay. So go say to your boy Ovi has 41. You don't want to see. You don't want to keep seeing Ovi play. Ovi's playing great. The Capitals are 33 and like 10 or something like that.
And he's a large reason why we're seeing more of Ovechkin is because he's chasing Gretzky's goals.
So would
all time.
So would he suggest that Ovi should have sat down after his 10 years and gave him his 10 best years and sat the fuck down? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Because like I'm just seeing all of his points and I'm like, bro, I could not. I want to say easily debunk it, but I feel like I could debunk most of his points. Like I could just stop in the video I was doing. I didn't want to do it too much. I want to let him go, but I could stop the point and just play hard devil's advocate. Like, what the fuck are you talking? I don't know.
The biggest thing was about the leaders in the NBA that are not setting the tone, and then he compares it to the NHL where he was like there wasn't a problem when Gretzky was there. There's not a problem when Crosby's there. When Jordan was there wasn't a problem. When Kobe was there wasn't a problem.
Wait, like, so, like, I'm even, like, getting...
That's what he said. I'm not saying that. That's what he said.
Because, bro, Sidney Crosby, Ovechkin, Stamkos, McDavid, all the others are still there, and they felt the need to change the All-Star game. Am I fried? Did they not? Y'all were just doing 3-on-3.
That's what they were doing, yeah, 3-on-3.
And then it wasn't that a change? It wasn't always 3-on-3.
No, it was East. It was
so
East
obviously
West.
Someone thought something was wrong, or am I high? Like,
yeah, they did. They made it to be divisions, and the divisions were the 3-on-3 tournament.
So clearly somebody thought something was wrong, PK. Like, I don't know if that's correct. Like, and then if really, like, bro, like, people have a strong argument, and I'm kind of on base with that the 2020 and the 2018 All-Star game, I've already brought it up, were some of the best All-Star games we've ever seen, and that is legit. And I'm not even trying to be a LeBron Glazer, because I'm at this age I'm not as much about, like, as that as I used to be, but that's technically LeBron's leadership now.
But like, what I would say, though, is it should be more of a comparison to
what
NBA All-Star game to NHL All-Star game. That's what it should be if you're talking about it like that. Like, yeah, we're seeing the All-Stars play 3-on-3, not skate as hard, trying to do some trick shit, make some
it's an All-Star game.
Like, it's the All-Star game. So the comparison should be NBA All-Star game to NHL All-Star game. The guys in the NHL,
but
they're having fun too.
Because under Crosby leadership, they felt the need to change the fucking game. So what the fuck is he talking about?
I think he wanted to take the time to go more about the regular season effort towards the NBA and the regular season effort towards the NHL towards the NBA. Now, what I thought he was going to go down the path of injuries, whether when he was bringing up the point, whether it's like, well, you're hurt or you're injured, which one is it? Mm-hmm. Because we know, I'm surprised he didn't go there to this point about in the playoffs. Mm-hmm. Once a team gets eliminated from the playoffs, you hear about what the actual injury was. That it was just they disclose all the injuries, so it's just an upper body injury or it's a lower body injury, and then it's like, oh, Victor Hedman was playing the Stanley Cup playoffs with a broken foot. Like, we learn about those things. I'm surprised that he didn't go there, just because that's another quote unquote selling point for him to talk about effort and playing hurt, playing injured.
Absolutely.
But that would have been like an insane dig if he tried to play that card of playing injured. We don't hear about the injuries in the NHL as we do in the NBA. We're talking about, I'm not going to play because I got a sprained finger, like whatever it is. He could have taken a legitimate shot. He already did, but he could have taken an even worse shot at the NBA if he wanted to play the injured card, entirely speaking about the NHL playoffs.
Yeah, but I just, like, bro, I don't know. As someone who watches hella NBA, like, bro, hella players be playing fucked up. Like, dog, I'm not going to say the only reason why the Cavs won in 2016 because Draymond decided to start kicking people in the dick and shit. Or not kicking people in the dick, but getting suspended. Well, kind of ball tap LeBron and shit, whatever. But people don't remember when the Warriors were playing Houston. This might ring a bell with you guys. I'll bring it up. Steph slipped on a wet spot on the court trying to do a step back and fucked his knee up. Like, he was not the same in that series. Honestly, Hill might tell you his knee probably ain't been the same since that injury. He ain't missed no games in that playoffs. And Steph was still hooping. Like, he didn't have his best series, but he was still hooping. Like, I'm like, who not playing? I thought I brought up the Clay example. I brought up the KD. KD almost ruined his fucking career trying to play for a super team.
Yeah, that was a good point.
Like, I'm just like, bro, what? Like, I don't know. And then when you try to compare regular seasons, bro, if I can tell, and this is not a knock, I'm just saying, if I can literally, every regular human being can tell the ramp up between the NHL regular season to the NHL playoffs in terms of intensity, what is coming at the NBA regular season going to do for you if the NBA playoffs are always fucking insane? Like, what is that going to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's where I'm like, with his points, when you're trying to, and maybe it's good because it gets people riled up. Like, I think when you pin stuff against each other, you know, X versus Y, you see in the comments, it gets people riled up and they pick a side. But when I look into it, it's like I said before, it's all feeling. Like, there's no fact. Like, when the facts are presented, it's like, just reading how many games these guys are playing. I'm like, how, and you don't think any of these guys are hurt at all in an 82-game season playing 70 games? Like, you think these guys are 100% healthy all year playing 70 games, 75 games? Like, you think Jalen Brunson's 100% playing 75 games a year? What? That's not even like, I'm not going to say it's not humanly possible, but like, bruh, like, you're playing an intense sport 82 times in the night, sometimes back-to-backs. Like, I know for a fact, Tatum, Jokic, Brunson playing through plenty of knickknacks and bruises. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about here? These guys are playing 80 games, 75 games fully healthy. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, do NHLs have back-to-backs too? They do? And so they don't sit for back-to-backs. So good for them. I was going to say, because where most of these games come from, these guys sitting, is these big stars sitting on back-to-backs, which, I mean, me personally, people have problems with, which you got it, but I don't have a problem with, because I just understand the ground of the NBA season. But I could see what he's saying. I fully disagree. I think he's waffling. I don't see many facts. He's not telling me who's not playing. He's not telling me what teams are like this didn't happen under Ovechkin's leadership, or at that point is so funny to me, because what is he like? What is this? What is this didn't happen? Actually, that's actually really what I want to know. When he says this didn't happen under Crosby's leadership, this didn't happen under Kobe's leadership, what is he talking about? Like, I genuinely want to know. Because the last time the U.S. didn't win the Olympics was like 2004. Kobe's leadership. Like, what is he talking? The NHL All-Star game just got changed like 3 times in the last like 5-10 years. Is that not Crosby's leadership? Like, I just need to know what he's talking about. Like, I just want to know what he's talking about. Then I want to have PK sit on this show, and I want to say, like, I need facts. Let me get names, examples, seasons, like, because I don't have any of that. I don't know what he's talking about. It's literally all feelings. And right now it's hot to hate on the NBA. So of course everyone's gonna be like, oh yeah, fuck the NBA. It's fucking awful. And I'm like, would love to ask niggas, when's the last time you watched an NBA game that wasn't your team and you sat down and watched 48 minutes? That wasn't your team. For a lot of people, I can ask them even with their team, because niggas don't be watching their team. But I'm like, yo, when's the last time you sat and watched? Tonight is Warriors versus Kings, good game. You got Rockets versus Timberwolves, great game. You got Cavs versus Knicks, great game. I'll be watching those games. My team's not involved at all. I just want to ask people who are hating on the NBA, when's the last time you sat down and watched Knicks Cavs? When's the last time you sat down and watched Knicks Hawks? When's the last time you sat down? We want to talk about no regular season effort, right? When's the last time you watched Knicks Hawks? We want to talk about no regular season effort on the next topic. Did you watch Knicks Bulls last night? Did you see the highlights?
Overtime.
You see the highlights? You want to tell me they weren't going hard? You tripping? Like, I'm like, yo, what are we talking about? Like, I just don't know where these arguments come from. I just need to know what we're exactly talking about so I can attack these points. I think we can continue this over the next couple of weeks, because I just want to know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking. To me, it's all feelings, and it's just popular to hate on the NBA right now from people who don't watch it, which is also irritates me. And it's like, what? Like, I don't know, man. He's striking while the iron's hot, so good for him, bro. But I think he's waffling. I don't feel a lot of facts, and I just think he's bullshitting. We gotta move on from PK for this week. We can talk about PK on Monday.
It's definitely something that we can follow.
He come back up on the show again.
Yeah, it's definitely something that can be followed.
I was getting more facts, bro. I didn't even try to look into the facts so much. I was so stuck on him talking about people not playing games. So I was like, let me see who don't play games. Like, let me just see.
There's the stats right there. You brought them. So that was perfect.
Like, I don't know who's not playing games, bro. And some of these people on the list that like have like this is the last thing I'll say, because like there's some people who are sitting out games that are actually injured, and I just want to ask like how much these people care about them. Like, no, like, and this is zero. Like, I'm not even trying to take shots at players, but like I see Alperen Sengun with 63 games last year. I love Alpi. I want to watch Alpi, but like PK ain't talking about Alp. He don't give a fuck about Alp. Like, you know what I'm saying? Scotty Barnes played 60 games last year. I care about Scotty Barnes playing games. I know for a fact PK Subban, the people in the comments, they ain't talking about Scotty Barnes. Like, Terry Rozier played 60. I know for a fact they ain't talking about Terry Rozier. And like, I can just look and like next to these names, I can take a screenshot to show you, but like, I promise I'm not cherry picking. So you have CJ McCollum 66, Scotty Barnes 60, Terry Rozier 71, and then like actual, like, I want to say actual stars, but I'll just bring up like some more prominent names right after this that are really directly under them. Franz Wagner 72, Mikal Bridges 82, Jalen Green 82, Bam Adebayo 71, Domantas Sabonis 82. So like, I feel like the guys that we really care about are kind of playing. I don't know. We can revisit it, but it just to me makes no sense, man. It makes zero sense. I think he's just trying to appeal to emotions. He's doing the politician thing, and it's working. Obviously, not on me. I think that's just bullshit, but.
He's gotten a lot of airtime to talk about it too, just because of these four nations, and we'll give the congratulatory message to Team Canada.
Good shit, yeah.
Hearing a lot about what Team USA was saying in their, their conversations with the reporters after the game, saying that we're good enough to compete with these guys, and we expect to win moving forward. So, be exciting to see that matchup for a lot of these guys that are going to be in the league for a long time. Nathan McKinnon winning the tournament MVP, just a good light towards hockey. And the one thing I'll say is, like, why don't we try to bring that towards the NHL rest of the regular season, second half of the season? Let's bring that energy. You have guys posting about this game that have never posted anything, a single topic about the NHL all season long. I understand it's Team USA, it's Team Canada, that's why we're doing it, but at the same time, let's put some light on the first half of the regular season. Let's put some light, even more light, and take this energy to the second half. Like, I'm seeing JJ Watt tweeting about it. Taylor Lewan's making videos in like USA, United States flag, like overalls. Like, when did you ever talk about NHL? And that's not like a dig, but it's more of just like, watch it then. Like, watch the second half. Be locked in for the playoffs then. When the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs come, lock in for that then. I don't want it to be like, oh, we all bought in for this, the fans bought into it, the players bought into it, and then we all just drop off when the regular season picks up on Saturday.
That's exactly.
And that's probably what's going to fucking happen. And it's just annoying. Like, yeah, we got the viewership out of this, which I don't even think the NHL thought that they were going to get this kind of viewership and it was going to be this impactful for the sport. But let's continue that going into the second half of the season. Focus more on the NHL. That's not saying to not focus on the NBA.
I haven't seen one network, talk about how special of a season Hellebuck's having. I haven't seen one network talking about the fucking Washington Capitals with 41-0 Ovi. Matter of fact, I'll say two things about the Capitals. I've seen very little network coverage of him chasing Gretzky. Like, I might have seen maybe one thing to start the season. I've seen very little about that. And I've also seen very little about how good their fucking team is playing for where they were. So it's like, if we want to, like, let's talk about that shit, bro. No one's going to, because I'm trying to put it into like the casual viewer's mind, like me, let's say the Four Nations happened 3 years ago, where my interest in hockey was literally kind of just starting, right? And I watch all these players and all the stars out there. I don't really know who all the players are, but that tournament was lit. I watched it, and then we go back to regular season. I'm still in the dark because we don't cover, like, y'all don't cover NHL. Y'all not telling me who's really snapping out there on these teams. Like, y'all not telling me what teams are dark horses that are making a run. Y'all aren't telling me the teams that are spending money that are being disappointing. Y'all aren't telling me about these new young teams that are coming. Like, we aren't hearing that. Honestly, I feel like the last thing I saw on a mainstream about NHL was people talking about Connor Bedard having like a letdown season, and then I looked into it. The motherfucker's averaging the same goals per game as he did his rookie season. So I'm like, what? Do y'all even know how to cover your own fucking sport? Like, I'm pretty sure his rookie season he had like average like 0.9 points a game or something like that. Then I saw this year, everyone's like, what's wrong with Connor Bedard? He's not taking a step. And I looked, I'm like, he's averaging 0.9 points a game. And this is just me as a casual hockey fan doing a quick NHL.com look. I'm like, so can y'all cover y'all game correctly? Like, that's the fucking problem. But I'm not like, god damn, bro. I feel like I could go on y'all all day. I never hear y'all talk about Panarin. I never hear y'all talk about McKinnon. I never hear y'all talk about fucking. I just figured out Travis Sanheim was an international caliber player. No one talk about fucking Sanheim. They were highlighting the one defenseman on a USA team, number 74. I forget his last name, but they were saying he was playing for Columbus and he was saying that he's the next guy or whatever. I ain't hear no one talk about him all year. Like, so how the fuck are we supposed to get into the sport if all you're trying to do to get us into the sport is talk about how much better that is than the NBA, which is like just feelings, and it's really going to be true to some people who like the NHL. It's going to be true to some people who are not true to people who like the NBA.
Based on an opinion.
So it's just feelings. Like, that's not going to make anyone watch the game, bro. Tell me who. It was like that clip I had when we were talking about the finals, like 3-4 years ago, when I was like, holy shit, I didn't even realize how many fucking ballers were out here. Like, you know, we were talking about it was like Lightning versus fucking
Lightning and Rangers.
I'm like, I didn't even know how many fucking ballers were out here on the court, like, or on the ice. Like, tell me who's snapping. Don't tell me how much tougher you are because you got to fight and how much pride you have. That's not going to make people watch. Like, it's funny because it's what the NBA argument. How people just want the stars and, like, people want to know who's out there doing what. Like, people, and, like, because I try to tell people all the time, like, oh, even if Embiid's sitting out, like, I actually like watching Justin Edwards and McCain show out. The casual viewer don't give a fuck about the, like, you know what I mean? The role players and shit like that. The casual NHL player like me, I don't, like, I care. I do because I want to get into it. But, like, I fuck with the, like, the Bobby Brinks of the world and, like, the Owens. I fuck with them for sure. But, like, I want to know what TK's doing. You know what I'm saying? I want to know what Austin Matthews doing. I want to know what Mitch Marner's doing. I want to know what McDavid's doing. I want to know what McDar's doing. I want to know what Zegras is doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Those guys aren't getting fucked. I haven't heard niggas talk about Zegras in like 3 years.
It's also because he plays in fucking Anaheim.
I don't care. That's one of the best young players y'all have. What the fuck? When we play San Antonio and playing Mini. What? Hallie plays in Indiana and they was trying to push Hallie like he the next best thing. I don't give a fuck where they play. Tell me who's nice so I can watch the games. Don't tell me how tough you are, how y'all playing for not playing for money, doing this. Bro, cover the sport. That's actually my problem. Cover the fucking sport, bro. That's what, like, just cover your fucking sport. I feel like, maybe y'all do it because y'all do have like the TNT shows and shit. Just push it, bro. Like,
there's your slogan right there, though.
Pushing this, like, when your sport gets pushed and you're pushing it to like a dividing type of vibe, that's not helping y'all the way y'all think it is. Because the people who are in the comments like, yeah, I don't even watch NHL, but fuck NBA. Okay, I don't even watch NHL, but fuck NBA. So you gonna go watch on Saturday? So what did PK Subban help you with the Saturday slate? Edmonton versus Flyers. Did he help you try to figure out who to watch from that game? You gonna go watch that game? No, you ain't gonna watch that shit. I think Vegas plays like Anaheim or some shit. Minus 275. Did he help you figure out who? I don't even know. Does Eichel still play for Vegas? Did he help you figure out who Eichel is? Had him be on the blue line, pressuring the blue line, being a hustle player? Maybe go watch that game versus, who he plays? Fucking Zegras. So did you put him on Zegras and say, this is a matchup we can watch? No, you didn't do none of that shit. All feelings. So how is a motherfucker that's in the comments talking about, I don't even watch NHL, but yeah, fuck NBA. How are they gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna go watch NHL now? They don't know what the fuck's going on out there, bro. The Dallas Stars is one of the more lit teams in the NHL right now. I don't know anybody on the Dallas Stars besides the boy who fucking Kyle had it for 3 goals last year, because no one talks about them. Cover your sport, dickhead. Stop trying to divide shit. Shit bothers me, bro.
That's the slogan that we have gotten from that is cover your sport.
You feel me? Because you don't know what the fuck you talking about my sport, bro. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
All right, so let's go. I want to show you this Gilly clip, and then we can get into this Blackjack Parlay, and we'll intro that with the YouTube video, that dummy. All right, so this Gilly clip's pretty funny. You saw this on TikTok, some reacting stuff. He's on Club Shay Shay, talking about getting in trouble by Deion Sanders. Let's take a listen.
What the hell you thinking?
I wasn't.
I was.
Like, you're like, you ain't got no head on the shoulder pad.
But listen, but if you look at the video, they say, Gilly, you just got to stand behind the white.
Yeah. This motherfucker running down the sideline.
Look at that video. Coach Prime said it. He said, Gilly's behind the white. I ran the whole sideline. Go left. Let's go. Because, I know these kids. Yeah. I'm in the locker room. I'm dancing with them. I'm hyping them up before the game.
Look how he running, bro. Look at Gilly run, yo.
I got to the end zone. He threw me the ball. I was like, now, when Tom Brady gives his offensive lineman the ball,
spiked
Tom Brady in the game. They in the game, Gilly.
For a minute, I was in the
game. Gilly, I was in the motherfucking game.
And Coach Prime said, in Gilly's defense, why would you throw him?
Why you giving Gilly a lot?
Like, what was he supposed to do? He run down, he's typing you up, and then you give him the ball. Penalty on the bench. I'm like, oh shit.
That's me.
Penalty on the bench.
That would have made it worse if you threw the ball in the stands.
I'd been fired.
Why they would have made it worse?
Man, you can't throw. That ain't NFL game.
Facts.
You ever seen somebody in college throw the ball in the stands?
No, I didn't. I haven't.
Exactly.
See, I don't even know all the rules. You know what? I was so into
I don't even
the
know all the
game
rules. Is crazy.
That They threw a penalty. I didn't even know the flag was on me or nothing. I'm walking up the sideline. I'm charged. And Wallow said, and this knows nothing about sports. He was like, cuz, I don't think you're supposed to. And then all common sense hit me. I was like, personal foul. I was like, that was the first time, the first game, I never went in the locker room during halftime. I was like, fuck that, I'm staying on the field with the cheerleaders and shit.
Yo,
I ain't going to the locker room.
He is dumb as shit.
So awesome.
Bro, you gotta look at what I sent you though.
Oh yeah, the Instagram one.
Yeah, tell me, do you think she's fire?
All right. Oh God.
You think she's fire? I think she's fucking fire, bro.
My life, I've been ripping and running. I've been stacking this chicken. Went up $500,000. Bought taking Vanita, one careless sneakers. Yo, big homie ass, get them off my speaker. I don't ever sit down. I'm kicking the bleachers.
What? Yo, she talking.
They said I ain't even all that. I think it's about time I start popping my shit. I'm always stay humble, just know that I'm rich.
This is your big homie asking him off of my speakers. Run that shit back, bro. She not talking? She not talking? Tell me, you gotta hear what she said, bro. Hold on.
My life, I've been ripping and running. I've been stacking this chicken. Went up $500,000. Bought taking Vanita, one careless sneakers. Yo, big homie ass, get them off my speaker. I don't ever sit down. I'm kicking the bleachers. They said I ain't even all that. I think it's about time I start popping my shit. I'm always stay humble, just know that I'm rich.
I'm fucking with it.
I
can't even lie.
I can get behind it.
I got a song. I got one of her songs on my Apple Music.
Pause.
I got one of her songs on my Apple Music.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, and I'll play it. Tell me the joint's on fire, bro. I'll just play a little bit of it. Tell me she not.
Hold it up there. Hold it up there.
Tell me she not sliding on this, bro. Oh.
She kind of sounds like Young Ma.
Eat the box. Yo, call my hoes gang. Yo, what? Cause they my dog when they eat the box. What, yo? Oh, I fuck with Georgiana, man. That's my shawty. That's my shawty, bro. And before she blew up. Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, you need to react to this bull.
Yeah, so we're going to get into this
bull.
Blackjack Parlay, but I got to hear what this guy, Casino King, 136,000 subscribers on YouTube, has to say about Blackjack.
Remember that video where I played Blackjack online and never took a card if I had 12 or more? Yeah, that one made some people mad. Except for me, because I won. Now I'm taking it to the...
That doesn't... First of all, because I won. You won that time. First of all, if you're playing by yourself and you're the only guy at the table, or you're playing online and you're only guy at the table, I can understand you want to play. That's how you want to play. Fine. If you're at a table with 5 or 6 other people and you're not going to hit on a 12, you're literally fucking with everybody else. Like, that's what people need to understand. Yeah, sure, maybe you're winning, but you're supposed to take that card, and then you're fucking everybody else at the table. That's also, like, okay, I'm not a big book player, but that is by the book.
Right, okay, so here's...
10 versus 12, you have a 12, you have to fucking hit that.
Why? Like, I'm not on his side, but I just want to know why. Like, why is it fucked up if he goes to the casino and plays this game like that? Like, why is that fucked up? Like, yeah, he's fucking everyone at the table, but is he not playing? So, like, you have to play Blackjack the right way.
Essentially. Because, like, the only card that he can't get there is obviously a face card or a 10.
Right.
He can get a 9 or below, and he'll get 20.
But how is that? So why is that fucking the people at the table?
Because let's say a guy has a 15 next to him. Mm-hmm. Majority of the time, you're gonna hit that, and you should hit that if it's 15 versus 10.
And you want him to pull the face card.
You want him to pull, like, a card has to be pulled there where you have a better chance to get, that 6 or that 4 or that 3, something like that. You just, like, cards have to be pulled. Mm-hmm. And also, it's not only going to fuck you up in that hand, that's going to fuck the rest of the shoe up. Mm-hmm. When you keep going, like, in the longevity of the rest of the shoe. You're standing every time, and you're not taking that card when you're supposed to be taking that card. If you want to play like that, that's fine, but do it by yourself. Go to a high limit room where you're whatever, or just be at a table where it's just you. But again, you're still going to be screwing yourself by not taking the card when you're supposed to take the card.
So if we sat down at the blackjack table, me and you, and I did that, would you smack shit out of me?
I would be like, well, if there was other people there, they'd be probably ready to fucking. I'd have to stand there and back you up, but they'd be ready to mix after that. I'll tell you what, some guys get really pissed off.
Really? So that's really frowned upon.
Yeah, and other people get mad of, like, like if I do a double that I'm not supposed to, like if I do a greedy double, like if I have like an 11 versus a 10 and I'm up some change, I'll be like, fuck it, bro. Like it's a gamble. I'll gamble that I get a 10. That's not a double. But then sometimes like I'll be pissed off that I did that and I'll be bitching about it. And then I'll have people at the table trying to tell me like, oh, well, that's not a double. You're not supposed to double that. Like you shouldn't be mad about that. And I'm like, bro, it's a fucking gamble. I'm still mad I didn't get the card. I know that. But like I'm the one who put the money down. You shut the fuck up. Let me play my game.
Right.
In that sense, you can play your game. But I ain't on a 12. I mean, if it's 12 versus 6, 12 versus 3, like, yeah, I'll let them.
So, like, here's my thing with Blackjack, though. Like, I seen it. So, I seen a short, because I really watched, like, Puncher's video, and then I had a short get recommended to me, and it was, like, this guy was bitching about, like, he's basically saying, like, when you go play at the $10 limit tables, and it was, like, a guy, like, had, like, a hard 17. I think he, like, hit it or something, and then someone had, like, a soft 16. They stood there or something like that. Like, so if I get a soft 16, I'm supposed to hit that. But, like, if I don't hit that, I like understand Blackjack, but I don't understand how that's fucking the guy next to me.
Well, because if you have like a soft 16, I mean, it's a free hit anyway. You can't bust. If you get a 10, you just get 16, and then you can either decide if you want to hit again or stand. But like on anything that's a soft ace.
So that's you answer my question. So when it's like a situation where you're just supposed to hit and you really can't lose, if you do hit, you do it because you want the shoot to fucking continue. You don't want this.
Also, like, if you have a 16 versus a soft 16 versus a 10, like you're gonna hit it because it's a free hit. You can't lose on it. You could get that 5, and then you're at 21. You're good.
Yeah.
You just can't lose on a soft 16 versus a 10. Or in better instances, I forget what the double is. But if you have like a soft 14 versus a 3, or versus a 4 versus a 5 versus 6, like that's a double.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you get like a 3 and you're like, damn, I'm at 17, like majority of the time they're going to end up busting and you'll get the double. But like there are instances where you are doubling a soft 12 or a soft 13, a soft 14, a soft 15, just depending on what the dealer has.
The Blackjack rabbit hole is fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, a lot of people have a certain way to
I know, yeah, I know. Does he know how to play?
Right.
Bitch, yes.
Have you ever played at a table before?
Yes.
Yeah, bro, I've played like I understand. The only difference is playing online, you don't have the interaction of people bitching at you when you do this, that, or the other.
Facts.
People like to say when you sit down at a table for the
man.
first time, they'll be like, have you ever played in person before?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of it is like, people be saying shit to you, like if you hit or if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And like that's where like people can get all pissed off, which is also just annoying. Like everyone's playing their own money. Like just I try to just talk to everybody that's there. Just have a good time.
I don't know.
And I get to the point sometimes where I'll be able to like ask some of the guys that are next to me, like, fuck, man, like, so should I be doubling this here? Like, I really don't want to do it. And you're like, should I split these there? Like, at one point, a couple weeks ago, I
saw an XQC hand where he got like 3 straight double 7s and split them and then lost on 21.
Yeah. I had a similar thing where I had like, I had $100 and I had 3s.
And he had 6.
Dealer had like a 6 and I had like 3. So I'm like, fuck, dude, I really don't want to split this. And I asked one of the guys, I'm like, man, bro, I know this is a split by the book, but like I don't want to do it. Should I split it? And like the one guy was like, I would split it. So I split it. So there's 200 on the table. Then a 3 comes out on the first split.
Nice. Great.
So I'm like, all right, fucking open up another one.
Nice.
So now it's 300 on the table. Then I got a 7. So it's a 10 versus 6. That's a fucking double. Now I got 400 on the table. Then we got the other one has an 8. So that's an 11. That's another.
Gotta double that, yeah.
500 on the fucking table. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Now, the good thing was I was up a lot. So I'm just like, all right. But I was playing with chips in my back pocket. So I'm like, all right, like I'll just pull out of the back pocket and use these. Because I was just trying to leave whatever's on the table I'm playing with and whatever's in the back pocket, like I'm not touching. So obviously for this hand, we got to go in the back pocket. So dealer ends up getting like a 17, but my 2 doubles won. So I only lost like $40 on the hand, which was fine. But it was funny, like the dealer, after that happened, he's like, so what'd you lose? Like $10 on the hand? Like, yeah, it could have been bad. But if you fucking busted, bro, I'm getting 500. Like, come on, man. Yeah. So that's the fun with it. Yeah. But all right. With the blackjack talk, let's get into the blackjack parlay. Happy to be bringing these back.
Facts.
Let's get into.
Damn, I should have got bro's name in the comments, but we're taking your idea, bro, when you gave us a suggestion that we should do the hand, and then if it loses, we have to take the opposite pick. We're taking your idea, brother. So shout out to you.
Yeah. So
get your fucking username.
We're doing. What are the games we're doing here?
We're doing Texas A&M versus Tennessee. We're doing Iowa State versus Houston. We're doing Kentucky versus Alabama, and we're doing Duke versus Illinois.
So, all right. So, tennis. We'll start at the 12 o'clock play. So, here is our 4-leg blackjack parlay. If we win the hand, we go with our pick for the spread. If we lose the hand, we got to go on the opposite side. The first game we're going to target here is Tennessee and A&M. The spread is a 0.5 point. So,
and it's been dropping. My gut feeling is saying Tennessee.
yeah, I would like to see Tennessee here too. So let's go.
Come on, Zakai.
Play
My
the
boy
hand.
Zakai Ziegler.
I got to do make sure I'm doing this right. Nope, that's not it.
It's been a minute. I got the train wheels back.
I know.
up.
I got to get the. All right. Let's get into the hand here. Okay.
Oh, we got to place.
We got to place.
fault.
Okay. Here we
My
go.
fault.
Here we go. 14 versus 10. Have to hit it.
Yeah.
We bust. Okay.
That's nice, bro. Nice, bro.
And
okay.
we were taking Tennessee.
Well, now we got
so
A&M
now
at
we
the
got
crib.
A&M.
We got A&M at home, though. Big game. A&M
All right.
at home. Let me look at the. Can I see the money on that game? Just to make me feel worse about myself. We fucking lost. Okay, good. We fucking lost.
Okay, so what was our next game?
Iowa State, Houston.
Iowa State, Houston. Iowa State's plus 8.5. Houston's minus 8.5. What's our pick here? I would lean Iowa State plus 8.5. But I'm down to do what you want to do.
We just lost the hand. I might take. Oh my god. Yeah, give me Iowa State. Give me Iowa State.
Okay, so that's our pick. If we win the hand, we get them. If we lose the hand, we got to take Houston. Here we go. We got 18 versus a 6. We're going to stand. Push.
Nice.
We
Good
got to
job.
do it again.
Nice,
Got to
nice,
do it
nice,
again.
nice.
Got to
Love
do
that.
it again.
Love that. Great for me.
12 versus a 7. We technically kind of have to hit that because if they flip a 10, we're cooked. We bust. Okay.
Nice, bro.
God damn it.
Nice, bro. Nice, bro. So
All
we
right.
can't get a fucking hit here. That's cool. Those are 2 picks I didn't love.
So we have Houston minus 8.5.
I don't love that, but 2 picks I didn't love, we lost the hand. Now I kind of want to hit.
So
these.
now is this our game? Georgia?
No. Go down.
Oh, it's a Duke game?
Yeah. Kentucky, Alabama.
Kentucky, Alabama. Okay.
So I like Alabama.
I like
here.
Alabama.
Two
Kentucky
big-
has been
Up and down.
5-5 in their last 10.
Bro, and then Alabama just got fucking crushed by
First of all,
Missouri.
letting up 110 in
Yes.
college is insane.
Got smoked by
These guys
Missouri.
just do not
And
play
then the game
defense.
before that is when they lost to fucking Auburn. So it's got to be Alabama here. We need to get this one.
We need to win this
Need
hand.
to get this one.
Alabama minus 8.5 is our pick. If we lose, we got to take Kentucky plus 8.5. We have a 17 versus a 9. We
Stand.
got to stand it. We
Stand,
can't hit
yeah.
that. Oh, my God. That's 3 straight L's, and we're taking Kentucky plus 8.5.
Do we just start taking what we don't like? Do we just have to take what we don't like?
We have to win one, though. Like, this is
Do we? I mean, you have to see. Do we have to win a hand?
Duke minus 9.5. Saturday night, 8 o'clock. Illinois plus 9.5. I want the Duke 9.5. We can't go 0-4. I want the Duke 9.5. We can't go 0-4.
Okay, bro.
Let's win this hand, and we'll get Duke in there.
Okay, bro.
Blackjack.
All right, cool.
Let's go.
We got one.
All right.
We got Duke.
We got Duke.
All right, cool.
So there's the parlay right there.
That's a scary looking parlay.
A&M plus 0.5. Houston minus 8.5. Kentucky plus 8.5. Duke minus 9.5. Those legs give you plus 1168. That's the Blackjack Parlay. Let's go get a cash on Saturday. College basketball. Come on.
That's just fuck me, bro.
I am down with that. All right, let's react to some more NBA stuff here from Bleacher Report. This is KD and Kevin Durant trash talking. Let's take a look.
Like, go.
And they're going to do some talking. I like it. Let's raise the intensity level right here.
Look at do you see here? Look at him pull De'Aaron Fox in the middle of them. What?
I mean, we could
What kind of host is that? Look at
O'Neal?
this. Look at this.
loop it.
No, you gotta stand on that,
bounds.
CP.
And
Nah,
Durant
you
and
gotta
Paul
stand
are
on it.
talking
You gotta stand on it.
in
Am I
an
wrong?
animated fashion.
You gotta stand on it.
I love
Why did you
that.
do that?
Because KD's
I love that. It's a
75. He ain't want that
competitive
problem.
game. These are two of the great
CP
competitors.
tried to do, I'm old
That's
now.
weird.
Let me put a young guy. I wasn't fucking with that. Stand. And CP, we seen you get dirty before. We seen you get grimy. You gotta stand on that, CP. I wasn't fucking with that. I wouldn't know if this is out of pocket.
JJ Redick on LeBron James from Legion Hoops. Quote, he's a billionaire and he's playing on the second night of a back-to-back at 40 after 22 years with every freaking record and accolade. And the kids will say I'm glazing him. He's one of the greatest competitors.
Is
End
he
quote.
glazing? Is he glazing?
I would say no.
I like that from you.
Is it not
You don't
factual?
you don't have full brain rot. I just want to see where you were on the level of brain rot. Nah, that's a fact.
Because I'm listing facts, I'm then glazing. That's just weird to me.
That is how it is in 2025. Yes, that is how it is in 2025.
I don't understand that.
I just want to know if you thought that was out of pocket or not. I agree with you.
And also, don't you want that from your fucking head coach?
I would send that to PK Subban. Send that to fucking PK Subban.
You know what? That is true. That is a clip that, or a quote that would maybe change some of his mind.
No, it wouldn't. That motherfucker is corrupted.
Legion Hoops again here. Quote, the LeBrons, the Stephs, the KDs, I want the next generation to view me as that. That's a quote from Jason Tatum.
See, I wanted that to kind of like I want to talk about Tatum for a second because, like, do you think he deserves that?
He won a chip, so I think we can start putting him in there.
I think he won that. Bro, his resume. How old is he? Isn't he? He's younger than Brunson.
I think he's 26.
26?
Yeah, I think he's 26.
Bro, look up Jason Tatum. Just look up Jason Tatum.
26.
Can you go to his Wikipedia? Like, scroll down. Yeah, because I just want to see the accolades when they say, like, scroll down. Yeah, right here. Go up a little bit. Bro, okay. NBA champion, 6-time NBA All-Star, All-Star Game MVP, 3-time NBA All-First Team, All-NBA Third Team 2022, All-Rookie First Team at 26. Is he not already put him? Like, I want to know what people's problem with Tatum is. Like, is this not insane? Like, I go back in the day, right? Like, look at, like, T-Mac. T-Mac gets way more love than, I mean, Tatum's not career's over, but people look at T-Mac, like, when they look back at T-Mac shit, like, oh my God, T-Mac, if T-Mac was in the league now, Is Tatum not doing what modern day, like, T-Mac would do in the league? Am I tripping? Like, I don't understand. And I saw in the comments of that post, like, people were clowning Tatum. Like, you can look at the comments of the Twitter. I'm trying to, like, refresh my memory. Like, I think people were clowning him. Yeah, like, we good. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to see, like, what's the problem with Tatum? What's the problem?
This guy Nick says, bro, just put KD randomly in there. Tatum will finish top 20 all time. Could finish with 4 or 5 rings. I can't tell what he's trying to say.
I don't know what he's trying to say either. Internet bull.
He didn't even get finals MVP on his own team. You'll be viewed as Kyrie level skill.
What?
I think people just, like, hate Tatum.
Why? I'm trying to figure out why.
I think they think he's corny.
Okay, that's like.
I literally think that's
no.
why they
But
hate him,
that's
bro.
like that. But motherfuckers said that about Steph his whole career and love him. No, am I tripping? I feel like motherfuckers said about Steph since he was a young boy. Steph is like, and now Steph's the god. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what did Tatum do to him? Is it because he played for the Celtics? Is it because he played for the Celtics? Like, I just need to know. I don't know. Maybe I could find out a different day. I don't know what the problem is with Tatum. Because I'm supposed to hate Tatum. He plays for the Celtics. He's literally ended my season like 4 different times. And I fuck with Tatum, bro. I think he's a killer. So I don't know. I thought this was cool.
Yeah, on the topic of all-star games, skills competitions in the NBA, obviously the NHL has one of theirs as well. You got the Home Run Derby in the MLB. NFL has their skills competition for the Pro Bowl. Dan Rappaport might be on to something.
Nah, he's on to something.
PGA Tour All-Star Skills Competition. Long drive competition, highest drive competition, lowest drive that still carries 250, closest to the pin from 100, 150, 200, 250, big break glass breaking competition, chipping competition to ridiculous pins, putting competition on an insane green, and a mandatory slinger competition closest to the pin but have to hit around walls. He says, who says no? These guys aren't just the best in the world at 72-hole stroke play. They're incredible at all facets of the game, and something like this would be pretty simple to execute. Could all be done in one broadcast. Shot in one day, under the lights, on a driving range, short game complex. Perfect opportunity for a blend of PGA Tour golf and YouTube skills competitions. YouTube E, he says, so skills competitions. The game is ready for it. Let's do it. And then he comments at the end of that, yes, I'm feeling inspired by the NHL conversations around NBA All-Star Weekend. For sure, I think the big thing with this, too, is
fire.
Also bringing more viewership
Facts.
to the game.
Facts.
These are the little, quote-unquote, like, mini-games where you can add more viewership to the game. And a big thing about that, too, is, like, social media-wise.
Mm-hmm.
You can clip out, like, PGA Tour Golf can have a TikTok, like, post about the longest drive.
Mm-hmm.
They're working on it with the TGL. There was a moment that happened. I actually saw it live and just knew it was going to be a fucking clip. Happened on TGL on Tuesday night. Tiger and his team gave him a yardage. They said 99 yards. The yardage was
Yeah.
$199.
Caddy
So he
moment.
hits a perfect 99.
Caddy moment.
Yeah, hits a perfect 99-yard shot, but it was 199 yards away. It's funny. It ends up going on Twitter, blows up on Twitter, ends up going on TikTok, does well on TikTok. The viewership has gone down in the TGL, but these little key moments like this would be like, damn, maybe I should check that out. Maybe I should see what that's about. This is a way, do a little all-star skills competition, and then it can be like, who are the guys that get in? How do you classify?
Yeah.
What's the criteria for you to make a PGA Tour All-Star skills competition?
If they did long drive, I like that idea. Close to the pin.
Close to the pin. Putting would be cool.
Putting's great. Chipping's great. And then either one of the two between the sling and the big break, I think that would be really fucking cool.
I don't know the conversation about highest drive competition.
Yeah, I know
understand.
about the stinger. I ain't cool. Lowest drive, the carry to 50. It's cool.
That's definitely cool though for golf.
It'd be cool to look at. But like I think like with growing the game, like with the long drive competition, bro, there's so many people who hit the ball far as fuck that like aren't ever high up on the leaderboard. And like golf's a sport, at least for me, where I fuck with people who are winning. But you just find players on the tour that you just like their swing, you like how they carry themselves, like. Someone might tap into the long drive competition and see like Jake Knapp have his swings, butter swing smooth.
Yeah.
He might not even win it, but like, damn, I fuck with Jake Knapp's swing. What he doing? Let me look at the Mexico Open this week. Is Jake Knapp in there? Like Akshay might do something crazy close to the pin. You're like, oh,
something I'd like to see though too is if they were to do that, merge that quote unquote all-star. I know with Liv,
yeah,
but I understand criteria.
You can't do
really
long
possible.
drive without Bryson.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
and even like you may want to see like. There hasn't been a lot of noise on Dustin Johnson. TaylorMade's not keeping him.
Yeah.
Like just putting a little bit more light back on these guys. You probably want to see Philly wedges out there, Phil Mickelson, things like that. Where I know that would be really hard with criteria, but
and that's a great thing that involved Tiger in.
Absolutely,
factuals. Yeah, on the TGL though, I wonder because remember I was looking up where you could bet on the TGL. Like, I'm going to be honest, bro. Just watching the TGL dry, that shit is boring to watch. Just dry, like, no money on it.
I would like to
it really is.
See the difference in being there than watching it on TV. Because it is a little hard. Like,
right,
it's one of those things where, and this, again, I'm not trying to, like, talk down on it, but it's one of those things where I think I have in, like, the background.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, no, I'm not locked in.
Like I'm not sitting on the couch watching the TGL.
No.
Locked in. Maybe I'm cooking dinner and I'm watching.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I just can glance
Let me
at
see
the
who's
screen.
swinging right now.
You know, like some of the stuff like
Max
that.
Homa's up. Let me see what he's about to do. Like that's literally exactly how I watch it. And I wonder like, do the PGA Tour players? I'm not gonna say. I think maybe golf players in general. Like, do they just not have enough personality to captivate people in that type of setting? Like, because Live Golf try to do like the walk, like the mic'd up thing. I think they try to do it for like a tire round, or am I incorrect on that? I forget exactly what it was. And like, I think Bryson had said, or not Bryson, I think Brooks had said like, yeah, I don't really fuck with this, bro. Like, I'm not trying to compare that to TGL, but when you go to TGL, like, when Bryson's like, I don't really fuck with the whole talk along, have to show my personality and shit, like, are these golfers on TGL, are they really prepared to like, I feel like 60%, 50% of TGL is like the player interaction.
Yeah.
The height.
You want to hear the mic
the
talking
shit, the
too.
shit talk. Like maybe I'm missing it, but when I watch TGL, I'm like, that would keep me more engaged. And I just feel like it's kind of like not there.
Well, the question is like, what do people mostly say about watching golf?
Mm-hmm.
It's too slow.
Yeah.
It's too boring.
Yeah.
I can't lock into it.
Yeah.
And I feel like with people that watch golf, people that go to the events, I'm not talking about if you play the fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
I'm strictly talking about watching it. I feel like people are either diehard golf fans and they're watching it because they like watching golf, or you don't.
Yeah.
It's like I compare it, like I hate to do it, but like I compare it kind of to like a NASCAR, an F1, a WWE.
No.
You either like it or you fucking don't, and you can't get into it.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part about, golf. You just have people that are locked in. People that are going to TGL are fans of the game, and they want to see the players in a closer up setting.
Yeah, so TGL.
That's it.
So, like, you think TGL was, like, their way to, like, I think the same thing, too, like, to try to bring more casual viewers in. But that's not something that's going to bring a casual viewer
Well, because they're like, we're implementing things from different sports. Like, they have a shot clock. And that was Rory's big selling point, too, is like, we're implementing things from other sports that may, pique some type of trip, some type of interest in a younger mind that's not into golf, where it's all short form, attention span,
Yeah.
scroll, that type of stuff, where when you're watching on a Saturday or you're watching on a Friday or you're watching on a Sunday, you're watching these guys play a hole that takes 25 fucking minutes. We're going to 2 commercial breaks. So
that's where I wanted to get. I'm so happy you went there, because here's my thing, right? You got to kind of play golf to get to watch it. Before I started playing golf, I couldn't even the last golf event I watched really closely until I started playing, like in COVID, was 2018 Masters, obviously. But besides that, Ryder Cups, I'm peeping.
Yep.
Majors, I'm peeping, but you know what I mean by that. I'm just kind of seeing, they come down to 16. I'll tune in, watch it, and then I start playing, right? And it's there's so many little things about golf that you like watching when you start playing. So when we were talking about that Pebble Beach tournament, I'm sitting there on Saturday watching it because I'm just bro, this course is fucking sick. I'm looking at the tee shots. I'm looking at, oh my God, Masters hole 7 is a great example. When they go to hole 7 at the Masters, I literally look at them trees on both sides and think, how much fucking trouble would I be in if I'm on this hole? And that's what makes it cool. It's when they on 7 even, I'm sitting there looking at their approach shot. He has 160 to go or 140 to go, 130 to go. He has to get over all these pop bunkers. Would I ever fucking do that? Hell no. So let me watch how he approaches this shot. Oh, he's in a green side bunker and the pin's on a downslope. How the fuck does he handle that? I know it's going over the green. So let me watch how he handles it. But if you don't play, there's no there's no way you can even relate to that. Even little shit watching TGL, it's oh, he's got a 20-foot left to right slider. That's a tough putt. But if you don't watch golf, that shit don't mean nothing to you. Yeah. So it's how can golf even appeal to the average viewer? Because I think TGL is a great idea, but even to me that I play golf, there's a lot of aspects about TGL that are boring. So what's a casual golfer gonna get out of it?
I'd be interested to see what the breaking point will be for them to be we can't continue this, because we've seen in the
I don't know if they're going to do. You think they're going to make it to season 2?
It's going to be tough, because if you look at the ratings, they posted them. You start out week 1 and 2. Week 1 was 1 million because everybody wanted to check it out. Week 2 was Tiger.
Yeah.
So we're rated around 1 million because people want to watch Tiger. And then there was a constant decline from there. 600, 800,000, 700,000, 600,000, to the point where Monday and Tuesday, Monday was 536,000, and then Tuesday was 336,000. So
how much star power do you think the divide is because I started thinking about it too with some of these teams. What if we could just have Brooks, Bryson?
I don't know if
DJ,
way to compete that, way to do this.
Joaquin. What if all those guys are in TGL?
What I'm saying is that's a way to bring viewership back up. Is you make a fucking 3 live teams, and the live teams play PGA.
That would be fire. And you make it literally all-star teams. That would be the fix.
And then you create the suspense around it.
Facts.
And you create the hate between PGA and live. That's where
that is the idea.
You can get more viewership towards TGL, where I believe no matter what star power is playing right now without live, if you're just talking right now in TGL, no matter who it is that's playing, even if it's Tiger Squad and Tom Kim and Max Homa and that squad and Kevin Kisner, regardless of who's playing there now, we've seen it enough for 6-7 weeks at this point where people are starting to think it's boring. It's not what we thought it was.
I mean, bro, I ain't, no offense to kids, I'm not trying to see him take the 170 par 3 shot and leave it short. I'm just not trying to see that. But if we build super teams, right, and let's say we try to build a couple, let's say a USA super team, you could do Scotty, and they probably put Tiger in there because they have Tiger, and then who else would you throw in there? Damn, you could at that point.
You could add a JT in there.
I'm trying to think of a name to keep it fair because I have another team that I'm do you put Rory on that team? No. You could put Colin on that team. Maybe it could be Scotty, Tiger, Morikawa versus Bryson, DJ, or maybe not DJ, but we'll do Terrell and
Brooks.
And Brooks or or Joaquin or something like that. That's a fire. I'm locked the fuck in. Hell yeah. I'm trying to think of the more live guys.
Or you put Phil in there.
You could put
because
Phil
then it's Tiger Phil. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the idea, bro. We might have found something. Someone cut a check. Somebody cut a check. That's the idea. It has to be TGL will be successful if they did live versus PGA. I think that's the only because there's not enough star power in PGA standing alone.
Just goes to the next conversation to that is then where's the money going? What do you have to pay the live guys to get them there?
Yeah.
What's the TV rights for live? How they get that? There's more into that where PGA is kind of has those connections already. Like, do you let it in? But in terms of you want to get more viewership, and again, we're doing this in the winter time where it's yes, the season is getting underway, and we are underway.
Ooh, does that have something to do with it? You think? Like, what if they started in May?
I mean, they were starting it like before this, like the season started.
I'm just saying that. What if I'm saying like the golf, like public golf season? Like, what if they did this in May when everyone starts playing? Because I feel like that has to do part of like the reason like the Masters is sick. The Masters is fucking sick. But I feel like part of the reason that the Masters get such a big draw is that everyone's starting to hit the range again.
Yeah,
people are going on the course and like, oh, the Masters is here. Like, oh fuck, bet. Like, you know what I'm saying? How much would the TGL do better if they started in April? If they started in May? Or is it too close to the major season?
I think they just want to
or be
have
a
people
standalone
watching
thing,
it, like watching somewhat of golf, not year round, but like
Year
a little bit
round,
earlier than you normally do,
Yeah.
and try to get a draw there. Like, oh, golf season's coming up.
Yeah.
Here's the guys in simulators. Now, again, I would like to go there and see it in person to see what it's like and see the energy and see the vibe.
It's probably fire in person.
Absolutely.
You can probably not chirp, you know what I'm saying?
And
like,
I think, again, going back to the point where I think these fans like it that they are in a confined area much closer to these players than they ever will be when they're seeing them at a PGA event or a live event, you know, when they're going to watch. So I think there's definitely some things that can change for TGL, but again, we have to find out if it's going to be continued. I don't know if they signed a 2-year deal or a 3-year deal, whatever the hell it is. I have no idea. So it's we've seen the decline in ratings, and just like a fucking TV show, if it isn't successful in season 1, the network ain't buying it for season 2. Like it's just how it works. So I'd be curious to see how that goes there. We did do our Blackjack Parlay today, so if you do feel like tailing us in that, please do that responsibly, because that was a gamble
ugly
and
parlay.
Just an ugly parlay. That is the program today.
Nothing wrong with ugly bitches, though.
If you did watch this on YouTube, make sure to drop a like, comment. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more of Manny's takes on PK Subban and the NBA.
We are not stopping. Like I'm back on his ass Monday. I swear to God.
Apple Podcasts and Spotify listeners, we appreciate the hell out of you. Give us those ratings. They go a long, long way for us and the program. We'll see you after the weekend as PK Subban and the NBA conversations will continue going into the second half of the respective seasons for the NHL and the NBA. Alex Jacobs, Manny Ruffin, All Day Bets. Talk to you soon.